Sellers often tell me that they're not in a hurry, thinking that that's going to get them more money.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are delighted to welcome you to episode 735, segment B, where we're going to share insider tips, making house home and building wealth wisely through real estate. And you can go to chri.ca 99.1 FM to listen, or you can go to the Dekker Team YouTube channel to get the shows in video format as quickly as they come into the marketplace. And they're free, right?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, they go to the video format, they're gonna see us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah. So I think overpriced homes tend to sit.
Right.
And when people say, you said that I'm not in a rush, it's okay if you're not in a rush to put your home on the market.
Right.
But when you go on the market, you actually want to be in a rush, because similar to stale bread sitting on the counter or stale donuts, they're worth a lot less after a certain amount of time. Houses are similar, not because the value of the house goes down and it's depreciating, but what happens in the mindset of buyers, if it's been around for a while, what are they thinking?
Well, they're thinking, what's wrong with it? Well, I shouldn't even tell you. You could tell me, because I know you've thought it. I've had almost everybody I've ever talked to, if I just asked the question, when a home's been on the market for a while and you've seen it on MLS and maybe you've seen a price drop once, twice, 3 times, or it's just been there for a while at the same price, what do you all say to me? And I mean pretty much all say to me, what's wrong with it?
Mm-hmm.
The truthful answer is nothing is wrong with it, likely.
Likely, yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time, there's nothing wrong with it, with the house itself.
It's the price.
It's the strategy of pricing that is usually off. Because it was right, someone would have bought it already.
Yeah, and the longer a house sits on the market, the less confidence that a buyer has that it's the right property to buy, because nobody else wanted it either.
Right. So when Ken says be in a rush, he doesn't mean like be in a panic or be in an urgent situation or lose your breath or choke on your words. He doesn't mean be freaked out. What he's saying is, if you're sitting here going, whenever, whatever, no, it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to sell for more money the longer I take.
Mm-hmm.
That's the illusion. It's an illusion. The longer it takes, likely the less you're going to get. Time works against you, like with bread. And I know that's such a little example, and yet it's one I often use, because stale bread isn't worth as much one day later. Houses, it's not quite that quick. And you will likely sell 5%, 10%, even 15% below its true value if you think time on the market is going to help you. Yeah. It's not. It's going to hurt you.
Yeah, and there's some research done, and it shows that properties that have been on the market for 2 months often sell about 5% below their list price. And that's not necessarily their starting list price. That's the list price they're listed at that time. Now, it might be the same, might have already come down. And homes that linger longer can sell up to 12% below list price, even if that list price has come down a couple of times, because it comes back down to that buyer confidence, buyer wondering what's going on, their skepticism, and they're thinking, ooh, this seller's been trying to sell for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. They must be starting to get desperate. And the fact is, many times they are.
Yeah, not always.
They're getting worn out.
Because that's the other piece of it, which we'll cover a bit in segment C. What's the true cost of pricing high? Because if it's priced right based on condition, time is going to take care of itself. Right? You're not going to have the expanded time.
No.
It won't happen.
Yeah, and we're not talking about leaving money on the table.
No, we are not.
We're talking about getting the most you can that the market will bear typically that money comes in the first couple weeks that property's been on the market. That's when you get the most amount of money.
I know this is a hard pill to swallow. It's something we really were hesitant and yet excited.
You were excited.
Yeah, I was excited. Ken was more hesitant and remained hesitant to share on a Life's Inside Track episode, because this is a conversation that's much easier to have one-on-one. Either because you call us with a clarity call, just go to dekkerteam.com, schedule a clarity call, and you can just say pricing my house. Like, what's the real deal? What ought I to do? Because I'm a seller. And I mean, even I will get another opinion or perspective outside of our own, because we overvalue our own properties and we know how to price property.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that a fun truth?
Yeah. And it's interesting because when I book the value for our net worth statement, I tend to put it a little lower than what I think. But when push comes to shove and it's time to shove the for sale sign into the lawn, I need a second opinion, because my opinion of the value is typically too high.
Right. Based on personal attachment and not much more. So we're just saying, if you need a clarity call, we're willing to have a conversation with you. And I hope that it doesn't scare you. That's why I think Ken didn't want to have this conversation, to have it publicly, because we can't put all the nuances into it. We can't put your specific situation. And we are definitely not saying that we want you to price low. That's not the message here. We're saying price it according to what the market will allow, and you will get more. Get more and get it quicker. If you're not in a hurry, that's great. I don't want you to be in a panic. I don't want you to be in an urgent situation. That's an awful feeling. When the bank's already sent a letter saying we're going to continue with power of sale proceedings. You've missed 2 payments. You've missed 3 payments. Now you are urgent. Now we need a quick sale.
That puts a lot of pressure on us.
On everyone. Right? Everyone. We can handle the pressure, and we don't want that for you. In those cases, maybe it makes sense to slightly underprice, because you may end up getting multiple offers even in this market and selling higher. So it's a different strategy for everybody. What we're saying is, don't price yourself out of the market, because it will cost you money and it will cost you time. And time is money, because it becomes less valuable as the clock ticks.
Yeah. And
can we just focus on that?
Yes.
As the clock ticks, time works against you, not for you. As the pages on the calendar turn, it's an issue.
Yep. It's an issue. You're going to lose money, more money. The other thing to consider is, has your home been on the market longer than the ones around you?
Oof.
You know, if you say, Ken and Yetta, I actually have my property up for sale right now and it hasn't sold in the last 2 months. Well, have other properties sold? If other properties have sold, then it's either condition or price.
And price takes care of condition.
Yes. And it's not the market, right?
So what do we want to do? We want to say, what if pricing at the right price actually gets you more? Can you reframe the pricing conversation?
That's great. And the reason this erodes wealth isn't just about days, it's momentum. And join us in segment C as we discuss another cost of pricing high.
Moving forward with the Dekker team.